So I've been making plenty of videos about science stuff and philosophy and uh, technology, fake, whatever, like pseudo technology. But I'm sure that people are watching this. Some of them are like find it interesting. Uh, but at the end of the day, I don't expect anyone who's watching this to actually be able to, uh, create a new science or build artificial brains or I don't know. Like it's all like way over the top. You watching this, you think it's interesting, but at the end of the day, you want something that would make your life better, and this makes your life maybe a bit more interesting. I hope, but not more than that. So the question is, can this theory actually help with everyday life? And I think the answer is yes, but with a caveat. So a few caveats. So the first one is, if you're happy with your life, then I don't have anything to improve. Like I'm not gonna tell you what's good and what's bad. Great. Like you don't have a problem. No need to continue thinking about this. Another thing is like there is no, in this theory, because everything is so there's no objective physical wakeful reality. Then there is no like really thing I can say this is bad, this is good. And also there's no, I don't believe that there's a component in the theory that says that we are all share the same intelligence from the experiential scape. Anyway, what that means is that we all understand the same notions of justice and injustice by the very fact that we can interact. So what I'm saying is that we all have a moral compass, and whatever works for you is I will not criticize that. Let's assume that, but then, so ignore that. Let's assume that's not the problem. The problem isn't that we disagree about morality. The problem is that you're not happy. Now, so for this to work, like there's a story that the philosopher Slavoj Žižek likes to tell about Niels Bohr, that he used to put like a horseshoe on his house, and a guest would come and say like, hey, like I didn't think you believe in these superstitions, and he would say, of course I don't believe in superstitions, but I was told by the guy who gave it to me that it works even if you don't believe in it. So this is not the case here. For this thing to work, for the things I'm gonna tell now, like share now, to be persuasive, you have to actually believe that the theory is true. Even if you don't understand it fully, you have to believe that what I'm saying is true. If you don't believe, then it won't persuade you. And I can say for myself that for me it's a bit hard to make it persuasive, because it is my job to argue against myself when I invented the theory, or when I wrote the theory. So this is a necessary precondition. If you don't believe that the theory is true, I don't think this is going to help you, but you can do it. You can try. You just won't understand why you should do it. So okay, so let's go through the options. Now let's see one thing that can make you unhappy. Let's go for the most simple one. Maybe you are sick, or maybe you are like dying, or I don't know. I hope probably none of you, but someone could. Everyone eventually. So the theory says that basically that experience, the experience is my experience is your experience. It's the same sense of being is the same in you and in me and in everyone. So that means that I have nothing. You have really nothing to fear about losing, about reality disappearing when you die or something like that. Not only is that not true, you are. The theory postulates that you constantly are already in your life, flickering between being other people and simply that the memory, nothing is left of the memory. So you drift between people. So you're basically dying. What you think is dying is like what you do every day. It's possible. but ignore that. Let's say that's not true. Even if that's not true, when you die, the world won't disappear. It just becomes someone else. That's just how it is. It's not a reincarnation. There will be nothing left of your memories, but your sense of being will be there. So let's say that's not your problem. So maybe the problem is that you are envious of you want to have a life that you don't have. So the fear says again, if my experience is your experience, is everyone's experience. If, for example, I am poor and I want to be rich, then guess what? My experience, your experience, is going to become the experience of the richest man on earth, or maybe has been, and maybe will be again, because time is not linear. When wakeful time, like experiential time, doesn't have to go through linear wakeful time. So basically what it means that it is guaranteed that you will experience, or have experienced, or again will experience and have experienced the experience of whomever it is that you want to be like the most. So that's a given. That's already in the bag. So don't worry about it. Like, just wait your turn. But you can say, no, I don't want to be someone else. There are ideals I want to realize. Well, if that's the problem, then I would say, yeah, go for it if it works for you. Fine. But if it doesn't work for you, then really just change the ideal. Like, change. You should feel. You should feel free, or more than free. The Führer would recommend that you abandon the role that you're trying to enact. And I mean, there's probably something that you do good, and if you do it, you can progress on it. You just have to make it so that your life revolves around becoming more of the thing you are good at, and progressing. And if you get that, and if you tell yourself a story about the role that you enact in life that is around that, you will be content. You will find the life you lead compelling. And that's it. Like, you just have to do it. I mean, it's hard to abandon ideals, but again, if you truly believe that the fear is true, then it shouldn't be hard, because not only is there's nothing objective. You're gonna live the life of the most religious zealot, or the most dedicated follower of whatever ideology, one way or another. So don't worry about it. Now, you could say, okay, why change myself? Why not change the reality around me? Now, you can change the reality around you. That's all fine. But there is a problem. If you really understand the fear, you understand that if you are changing reality in spite of what someone else wants, then you are going to be that someone else. And the thing is, the more you try to maximize that, first, it basically incapacitates everybody, so nobody gets what they want, except for a few that will oppress everyone else. And you're going to be everyone else that you oppress with your changes that you're trying to apply to reality. And this is on the most deepest metaphysical level. So it's not something you can fix by you can just confine to decisions by law or something like that. This is like the laws of nature would rebel if you do something like that. If you do something like that, change the reality for everyone in spite of everyone's desires. So if you believe in the fear, it's not such a compelling case to try to change the reality around you. Now, you could also be in some various types of suffering. Maybe you're not dying, but you're sick. Maybe you are like, there's something that gives you misery. But the question then you have to ask is whether that misery is really as bad as you say it is, or whether that misery is actually because you are like the pain you feel is actually the thing that gives you makes the role you enact in life compelling. It could be. I mean, it's not. And then at the end of the day, some lives are miserable, and all I can say about that is just relax. This isn't. This is just a blip, and just as other people are happy, you're gonna be.